High point. What do you see from him?
Athletic. If you like Coach Taylor, athletic. A lot of players that probably can play at this level. They're just not at this level. So it's definitely not a kicker. Got to come ready to play.
You mentioned an Achilles heel, so to speak, of the team not playing as well as they should against big majors.
Yeah.
Are you driving the team to be better?
Yeah. We know what we have to do. Like I said, as I always say, it's always good to talk about it, but until we just go out and just do it, and kind of get that monkey off our back, it's always just going to be talk. And we need to do a better job across the board. No one person, no two person, whatever. Across the board, we have to get better at that. And once we take that next step, I think we can be an even better team.
Juggling books, school, study, whatever. Talk about this time of year.
Yeah, it definitely has. It definitely has its wear and tear. But at the same time, you still got to be mentally tough. And more so than ever, I think this team has that. But at the same time, you have to maintain it throughout the season because there's going to be weeks, there's going to be days where it's going to get really hard. And right now, it's one of those periods, where guys have a lot of schoolwork that they have to get done in a short window. Studying for exams, stuff like that, and you have to be mentally tough, and you got to be able to take care of it.
Does anybody need Josh? Just with all the juggling, everything that's going on, and having not, as you said, not necessarily complicated games, but less. Is it a little bit hard to focus and stay focused on the game?
Yes. With all the hoopla going around with school and everything, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that you worry that you have to get back to your room, get papers, study, but then no, because this is what we signed up for. This is what it means to play high Division I basketball. So you have to be able to balance it out. A lot of good time management, but you learn that as you go along. And if you don't, you'll be in some trouble.
What do you do to keep yourself and your team focused on some of these lesser games?
I don't want to call it lesson, but I will say that everybody still has a mindset because we're still trying to get better. We're still trying to find our rhythm. We're still trying to find our identity to a certain degree. So these games are important because in preparation for the next game, then the next game, then the next game. So we're still trying to find our rhythm, and I think we're getting closer and closer to that.
What's more likely? When you're on the court, you're thinking about an exam, or you're taking an exam thinking about the next game?
When I'm on the court?
Yeah.
I'm on the court when I'm on the court.
So
my mindset is on the court. But when I get off the court, after that final buzzer, then I'm back to, I got to get this paper done.
So it's not more likely. I mean, like right now, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, "Oh crap! I forgot to drop off the mail before." I'm thinking about other stuff.
Right now, I'm thinking about this interview. Yeah, but like I said, you got to be able to balance it all. It's a lot, but it's not a lot. You just got to be able to balance it and be able to handle all that responsibility.
So just to take the pulse of where you guys kind of are, how do you? We talked about this the other day, but how do you kind of feel now that you had a chance to reflect on what the last game? How do you kind of feel where you guys are right now?
Still not where we want to be. Still not where we want to be. We still have a lot of mental lapses throughout the game, but I think that's just growing pains as a team. We still have to get better. Even when I look at last year, the big thing at this point, we didn't score enough points. We were inconsistent. Now we're scoring points. To a degree, we're being more consistent, but we're still not in that good rhythm, that we should be. But it's still early. We haven't played 10 games yet, so I'd rather be in rhythm 12 to 15 games into the season than 6-7 games into the season because it's easy to deviate. Because people start reading the press clippings and things like that. So you just got to take it where it comes and build from it.
Last week you guys didn't have a post presence like Josh to have to throw the ball to. So you, from this practical standpoint, you didn't have to do that as much. Right. How has that been getting the ball to? Do you guys feel that you're have a good feeling with that, or are there still opportunities that are?
No, throwing it in, Josh, and knowing that we can get something good. If not every time, most of the time. And like I said, it's still an adjustment because we didn't have that great post presence. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking nothing away from the post presence that we had last year, but we were more perimeter oriented than we've probably been since Henry Sims. And that's good. And that's good that we can finally throw it down and get something. But at the same time, we still got to go out. We still got to go out and play. Whether Josh is down there now, we still got to go out there and play. We got to find our rhythm. I mean, that's the biggest thing, finding our rhythm, offensively and defensively.
The three-point shooting last game, coach was saying first half you guys got a lot of overlooks, they just didn't go down.
Yeah.
But it's been inconsistent, I guess, over the course of the year. What do you think the issue with you guys with that is, or is it just not falling?
It's just not falling. I mean, when you're talking about, I'm really thinking myself. I mean, it's just not falling. I mean, it's not a matter of us not getting up enough reps or anything like that. It's just the ball's just not going in. And like I said, it's still early. But hopefully, 12, 15 games in the season, we're still not saying it's still not falling. You know, something has to change. Something has to change because we're getting wide open. I mean, they're wide open looks. We're just not making them. But we'll figure it out. I might have to stay a couple extra late days, you know, but I always stay late, so that's nothing new.
Confidence is not something I need to worry about with you, so I don't need to ask about your confidence. Okay. 2-3, you're good?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the team is confident. You know, I still think we're still making a lot of adjustments to the different rules and stuff like that, and you know, we'll be fine with that. You know, defensively we've been awful. I think everybody here can tell you that. Rebounding, we've consistently been awful, but we have to get better. We just have to make those adjustments and keep moving forward.
So we'll assume you're going to get your shot going. Devontae's been making his. Still probably room for another guy. And it looks like Reggie or Steven could be that guy, but I haven't seen you. How do you see their role helping you guys in that sense?
To be seen.
To be seen? I mean, their resume is...
Yeah, shooters. That's what it says on paper, but still, you got to wait and see. You know, they can really shoot the ball. You know, some days in here you can have 5-6 guys, different hands on them, and it still goes in. But you know, all of that doesn't matter until it shows up in the game. And then once they get that in-game confidence as their shooters, sky's the limit. I know you got
Good
something.
afternoon. I do, but he was on a roll. I think that was about 3 points.
No. He was getting a little tired anyway. That's why he kept nodding.
You know, he's played out.
Come on, keep talking. I'm thinking.
This is about you.
Okay.
And it's a little, you know, nebulous.
Just
Your leadership style, both as a senior and as a point guard, are there former Georgetown players, NBA players, relatives that you patterned it after, modeled it after, or no, or none?
Okay, I'm going to answer this question, but then I want you to go back and hopefully think about the way you asked it. Yes. No, in the sense that I didn't pattern after anybody. I mean, this is all me. This is all me. You know, obviously, my dad had a lot to do with it. My mom had a lot to do with it. And then Denzel Washington had a lot to do with it. I love just how he performs. You know, and if you look at any of Denzel's movies, I mean, just his roles, Gladiator, especially with Russell Crowe. You know, that's when I'm on defense. No, but I just said Russell.
Oh, okay.
Gladiator, Russell Crowe. You know, the way that he was saying.
Now you're not yanking my chain. You're not.
No, I'm giving you.
I'm loving this. No, but I'm
giving
just
you.
like, is he mocking me?
No. Because when I think of Gladiator, whenever we're on defense, I'm more so the anchor of who's talking, who's communicating, who's putting stuff out. So when I'm on defense, I think of Gladiator.
Okay.
Do you ever yell out, "Are you not entertained"?
No. That's on the jumbotron thing. I was like, guys, I'm glad they put that up there.
You don't yell out, "My name is Markel."
No, not at all. Not at all. Exactly.
And when
You will
Coach
tomorrow.
gives you a big like this, do you know it's all over? You know, that means take off his hat, basically.
Oh,
right?
basically. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But
You can ignore that question.
yeah, I know. But to expand on your question, you know, I mean, this is just who I am.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just who I am. I've always been this way when I was young.
You weren't a shy freshman that is just now blossoming as a leader.
No,
I
not
didn't
at
think
all.
so, but I wanted to.
Not at all. I mean, obviously, you have to learn some things when you come in.
Yeah.
But you know, there'll be times when I was a freshman like, come on, y'all, let's go. So it's just have to have that switch sometimes, and just to keep everything in order. And I'm enjoying it. It's, I still have a lot to learn, but through time, I'll continue to get better.
Awesome. Thanks, Markel.
All right, what's your go-to Denzel movie?
Hurricane.
That's good.
It's a good one.
Yeah.